Hello guys, it's Paula and I'm back today to do just a quick little video with you guys. And I don't know if this is going to be my last one before I leave on Thursday. I'm really going to try hard to do another one tomorrow. And then I'll be gone until Monday, and then I can do one on Monday. And then that will be all until the following weekend. Just want to give you guys a heads up. I'm going to have a couple days break in between my two little trips. And so, just in time, get back just in time to do laundry. All right, so this is just a little tag using some of your stash. And I cut out some old book pages. Let me bring this one over here so we can demo with it, and then I'll show you. I haven't actually finished any of them yet, but I cut out 2 sheets of book pages. I did not read this text. I recommend you do if it's going to go somewhere. I think this is like an old war. It's about princesses and crowns. But anyway, you cut out 2. You can just trace around a tag you have, or just make your own template. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of Fabri-Tac or whatever kind of glue you want. You have to remember that you don't want it to be a glue that will wrinkle, because this is old book pages. And you're just putting it in the middle because we're going to stitch it on the machine. And then you want to cover it and make sure you match them up really well. Okay, because you'll be able to tell it if you don't. And this is going to be, it's just a simple little thing, but I've said this before, that simple is really what's really fun. Okay, then what I did was, of course, I took it to the machine, but we've got some that I've already took to the machine, so I'm going to move it over here. And then I also inked around it the old-fashioned way, because I got my stuff packed. Most of my stuff is packed up. My everyday stuff, like scissors and... Okay, so I got my pinking shears. Okay, and I cut around some muslin. Then this is not tea stained. I didn't dig my tea stained out. I just had some scraps off, and you want it to be about this size. And you want your printed scrap to be about this size, okay, which is going to be about 2/3 of your tag length, okay. And so I'll show you how we cut that out so you can kind of get an idea. You just take your time with your pinking shears and keep them lined up. So in other words, when you move your scissors up, you want to make sure you're dropping back in the same little slot that you ended in. And I don't worry about them being perfectly straight. I just don't, but I'm just eyeballing it. This is some fabric from when I did the Wizard of Oz. But anyway, there we go. So see, you have this fabric that you cut out with your pinking shears, which is 1/3 of your, or 2/3 of your tag. And then you've got this one that you cut out with your pinking shears. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp. I'm going to move these buttons. We're going to stamp a butterfly on our muslin. Now, just so you know, I don't have my stamping pad out either, so keep your fingers crossed. I'm just doing like a little mothy like butterfly. It's, oh, I got ink on the side of my stamp. hate it when that happens, because then you get an extra mark. That's all right. Now we're going to stamp it straight down, and it's fabric, so let it kind of soak down in there. Push while you're doing it. Try not to rock like this. You can a little bit when you're doing like fabric or whatever, but don't go crazy because you'll get a place. There. It's not as good as the one that's just on. I have one little square of just kind of a white looking muslin, but it's just a cotton fabric. Okay. There we go. So that, the inking part is over. So I'm going to put the lid on my archival ink is what I used. Put the lid on my glue and move this over. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to hole punch a small, we just need to hole punch a small little hole here in the center of our tacks. And we're going to use bulb pins. Okay. Which I'm so weak in my hands, I hope I can get them to work. I'm going to go ahead and open them all up. I'm going to do that so that I don't have to wrestle too much. Well, they're opening up pretty easy. Okay, so I want to do the green one first. And what we're going to do is we're going to hole punch with our crocodile, okay? And just like you would do any other time, just do the best you can to center it up. I have no idea if I'm in center or not. Let's see. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do all three of them since I've got the punch out. Okay. My stitching on this one was pretty wonky. I look like somebody had had a few drinks or something. Okay, now I'm going to put that up. I don't think, I'm going to try to do it without punching holes in the fabric and stuff. So then I thought what we could do was lay this on our fabric, and I want it kind of like I want it to look like it's hanging off this way. Okay, so we're going to take our bulb pin, and we're going to go through I hope I didn't do it too low, through the hole in the back, and we're going to bring it up like this. Now be careful because you're using this old paper. And then at an angle, kind of keeping it at an angle, you're going to stick through your fabric. And I don't know till I do one of these how it's going to really turn out. Then you want to take your butterfly, mothy butterfly. I don't know what it's called. I don't know exactly which one it is, but let's do the darker one. And you're going to you want it to kind of be center with you want a little bit of green showing on each side. So really I could have cut this one just a tiny bit smaller. Let's just do that since we've got the scissors right here. I'm just going to go, you can see where my ink kind of got off a little bit, but that's all right. There. Okay. Now, it's not the best cut, but now I'm going to I want a little bit of the green fabric showing on each side. So then I'm going to pull it up and stick it through. Now, if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. It's looking cute so far. See, you kind of want them to, they don't have to be perfect on top of each other, but you can do it like that if you want. And then you don't want to press your fabric. You just want it to look like you just pulled some scraps out and just did it, you know? So I never could find the color buttons I wanted for any of these. And I got tired of digging, so we're just going to go with it. I don't know if this button's going to be too big or not. If it is, we'll use a smaller one. But you take a button, and you're just going to stick it through one of the holes. And I don't know, well, it acts like it's going to take it. I was thinking it might be too big, but look at that. Now, I think it would have been better with a smaller button because it's covering up our butterfly. Let's see if I can get that out. Let's try this little one, which I don't even know what color that is. See, that's better. And another hint is if our muslin was a little longer, the butterfly could be stamped down lower. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and I have this little button I just think's cute. It's got some bronzy stuff, the same color as the bulb pin. So I'm going to see what it looks like with 2 on there. There we go. Now we're going to close it up. And there you have it. I'm going to kind of make them kind of go cockeyed a little bit, see if they will. They may not too much. See? Easy peasy, as my grandkids would say. That's easy peasy. And you could do it with any color combinations you want. Yeah, let's do another one. Let's do this crookedy little stayed out too late one. Look at this, how crooked my... I don't know what I was doing. I was probably watching television and stitching at the same time, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's bring the red one over. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our bulb pin up through here. And then we're going to take it through our fabric. Okay. And then let's use this one that's kind of whitish, because I like that the image is a little brighter. And then I'm going to do this one a little wonky off to the side and just see the difference. See, I like that too. And then I've got a button here that has red and black in it. So I think I'm going to use it and just stick it on. Look how cute. You don't have to use 2 buttons. I just wanted to do that on the other one. Cute, cute, cute. You could do this with any kind of image. If you're doing a book about Santa, you can do it with Santa. And I might do that because I'm working on a custom order for another pink Santa book. So I might make one of these to put in there. Hello. That sounds like fun, huh? Now, on this one, we haven't stitched it, but let me see how many minutes we are. 12. I'm going to stitch it real fast. Sorry, guys. Real fast. I'll be fast. As fast as it will let me go. I hope you guys are having a good day today. It's a pretty day. It's already crooked. I got started on the wrong side of my needle. You know, sometimes I go a little bit too far to get it straight on the corners. I'm still trying to perfect that. When you do zigzagging, there is certain stitches you start and stop with in order to get it to make your corners real nice. And sometimes I think about it, sometimes I don't. Depends on what I'm doing. This is set to do smaller stitching, so it takes a little bit longer than my average, because I like big zigzags. Not because it's faster, but because I like the way it looks. But I think there's reasons to do both. But the smaller your stitches are, and the rougher it is on your paper, and it can actually chew your paper up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the downside to, there we go. That one's better. Not really. Not much better. But, so you just take it and you tie it in a double knot whenever you do zigzag on my machine, because I haven't had 5 minutes to pull out my manual. I have been so busy getting ready that I just keep tying them off. You know, you could actually even leave that hanging. Let's leave it hanging on here. Maybe not that long, but you know, could make it look a little raggier. Okay, so now let's do this green one. Kind of put it at an angle. Get your bulb pin and stick it through your hole in the back. Stick it through your fabric. I'm getting better at this as we go along, guys. Let's see which one looks the best. This one does. Okay, and then stick it through your moth or butterfly muslin. And, whoops, I got too low. Let's go like up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so I did pull out 2 buttons for this, but this is a really fat button, so I don't know if it's going to fit in here or not. I couldn't find the perfect green. I was like, I told my husband, he walked through my room, and I said, 20 jugs of buttons, and I can't find the right buttons. It just is crazy. This is a really old vintage button, and I bet you it came out of my mom's buttons. One day I sat down, this is sad, but one day I sat down and went through all my buttons and separated them by color. And I took a day to do that because I get so frustrated when I look for button colors. Okay. Yeah, see, I think the green button is too big. I think I'm going to take it off. Let's take it off. So just a note to self, medium to small buttons. And nearly every button that I've got on here that I laid out is big. I'll just put this little white one back on for now. Yeah, that looks cute. Come on, fingers. Sometimes I have a hard time getting these little, there we go, little doodaddy things done. All right, so we have our green, and it's wanting to hang this direction, and that's okay. Or we can pull it over where we want it. This would be cute to make a card if you did it on a smaller scale. Here is the red. Here is the dark green, which, believe it or not, that was my biggest scraps. It was crazy. Let me go in a little closer. There you go. So simple project. But that was fun. And sometimes it's just fun to do something different. So I got to get back to working on the Christmas journal. On this custom order, I did put the flip through the first Christmas book on there. If I have time, I'll bring you back for some tutorials on the Christmas book because I didn't show you everything. So here we go. Our butterfly, scrap, muslin, stamped, book page, cross stitch, bulb pin, button, tag. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We have a lot of things we do. We do journals primarily, but we do embellishments for journals. And I step out of the box and do mixed media once in a while. All right, guys, you have a good day. I'm going to miss you guys because I've gotten so accustomed to talking to you guys every single day. I am going to try to do a video tomorrow. I don't know. My sister will be here this evening, and we're going on our big retreat for 4 days, and then I'll be back on Monday, and then I'll leave on Wednesday, and then I'll be back on Saturday. So, you guys have a good weekend and a good week if I don't get to do the video tomorrow. If not, I'll just repeat this all over again. Bye, guys. I guess I should go that way. See you later. No, I won't see you, but I'll talk to you. Bye.